You know what we have to do. We gotta buy every single one of these for the dashboard. Come on, folks. How much for 8 of them? Come on. I'm just playing. I ain't a Jeep owner. Toyota for life. Let's go check out this bar. Okay. Look at this. Wow. Here it is, a rubber duck themed bar. This is something different you don't see. Do you own a Jeep? Okay. Let's just make it sure. Ah, okay. Any Jeep Wrangler owners in here? There we go. I knew one would be in here. Is this where you come to get your ducks?
Actually, no.
No? Do you have a bunch on your dashboard?
I have like 6 or 7.
Typical Jeep owner.
Are we getting a drink here? Because this is kind of like a little crazy.
Yeah, this is a little bit crazy. Maybe
I think we're just doing a little spot in and out, you know?
I mean, I'd like to throw down a beer ski real quick.
I don't know if I want to. This isn't like really people that I want to be drinking a beer with.
But you don't like Jeep owners?
Not at all.
You know what Jeep stands for? Just expect every problem. Hey there. Good, how are you? So, is this what this is, the Tipsy Duck? Is that what?
So she has
Brenda Taylor.
Hey! What's going on? Nice to see ya. How are ya?
I watch you guys all the time.
Thank you. We're in here to try the rubber duck drinks just like you.
Oh, awesome.
How is it? Is it
It's
worthwhile?
fantastic. It is very reminiscent of pina colada.
Oh, okay.
Without the blended ice in it.
Okay, okay. But which one's this one right here? So this is what you guys are known for here. Isn't that the name of this place?
It is. Just happened to be the first drink that the owners put on the menu.
Ah, okay. It's the first one.
Yeah, this one kind of tastes like a strawberry daiquiri.
Got
This
it.
was the only frozen drink when they first opened.
Okay.
In a bathtub. I've added a bunch since then.
Got it. Okay. So they all will still come in a bathtub?
Yes.
All right. Well, I was kind of thinking, is this the ice cream one? Is it like thick?
It's going to be frozen. It's smooth, it's delicious, and it tastes like orange creamsicle ice cream.
Okay. I think I'm going to do that because it's so dang hot outside. Which one do you want, man?
I'm okay.
All right. He's just a spectator today. Don't, that doesn't piss me off because I got to pay for everything. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Good name for you.
Brennan.
And 2343.
Yo, the tables over here behind me are bathtubs cut open.
That's nothing though. Look at this.
Do what?
Zoom out.
Everyone's watching you.
Nobody's watching, you liar. Thank you. Which alcohols are in this?
So it's got wine-based rum and Chardonnay.
Oh, okay, so it's like a wine type of thing?
Wine-based rum,
Okay,
okay.
nice, nice. Check this out, you guys. This is what's going so viral in this shop right here. Super cute.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Super cute regardless. This is a wine-based, like, slushy type of ice cream. There's vanilla flavoring in there as well. Let's give this a sample, everybody. Here we go.
Do you keep the rubber duck?
That is so faint. You could fool me if you would say there's any kind of alcohol or wine in this at all. Honestly, tastes like as if you were to grab an orange cream, like bubbly seltzer, freeze it, and give me just the ice. I don't taste any kind of alcohol in here. Maybe it's one of those slow hitters that'll sneak up on you and get you crazy. But to me, man, what did I just buy?
Is it worth the virality?
I mean, it looks cool, but honestly, I would just go buy yourself a beer or a seltzer somewhere else. All right, well, these people did recognize me over there. I'm gonna see if they want the rest of it. That's all I'm drinking of that. Here, do you want a refill of this? Because I just needed a sip of it for the video. It was all right. Very faint, very light, you know? Wasn't strong enough.
I can't imagine you can drink much of it though, because it's going to bother your lactose.
Yeah, I mean, I need something with more oomph in it, you know? So if I'm drinking, I'm getting drunk, you
So
know?
you need like a nice floater with it.
Yeah, like put me some tequila and
tequila.
stuff, yeah. Let me get crazy with it, you know? It's nice though.
On there and
Exactly, it's a nice little sipper. Well, you guys enjoy it, drink it, enjoy it, have a good
Thank
time.
you so much. It was so good.
Of course,
to meet
it was
you
great
both.
to meet all of you guys. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye, take care. Alrighty, so that was definitely a very interesting spot. The one good thing that came out of it is this little glowy duck. You know I'm not gonna keep this thing. You know I'm gonna find a Jeep Wrangler to put it on, so let's go on our search.
A few moments later.
We found one of the ugliest Jeeps we have ever seen, but if you look in their windshield, they have so many ducks. This is your average Jeep owner, so we feel it's only right to put this here special duck on their car. And I think I've seen how they do this. They kind of just put it on their car somewhere. The handle, so that they know when they get a new one. Bada bing, bada boom, we just became Jeep owners. For our last viral spot of the day, we gotta try some St. Augustine pizza. This video right here is going viral and their pizza looks insane. I love Detroit style. Let's go try it out. Come on. You know what? I love that deep dish because I give her that deep dish. Jake loves those feet pics. Oh wow, this is a nice little spot. I was not expecting this. Hi there, how are you? Good, good, good. How are you?
Are you guys like, I'm good. What are you streaming?
Yeah, we're streaming right now.
Okay.
We hear you guys got the best pizza, so we're gonna try it out.
Okay. Would you like soup? Table of soup?
Yes, please. This is like a full-on restaurant right here.
Yeah.
I was expecting just quick pizza, but this is it. Yeah, say what's up. I like the people that work here.
We're gonna be trying the best pizza in St. Augustine.
Is it rated as the best pizza? All right, well, we're gonna let y'all know.
I think it is.
All right. She's biased though, she works here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. How'd you know?
I watched it.
No, you read it on my shirt, didn't you?
I met Sammy Colby too and they came here.
They came here too? Oh my God, look at this. Everybody loves this spot. Let's do it, of course.
I'm like shaking. What the hell?
That's so
I
funny.
was like, I knew he looked familiar.
It's good to know, chat, that even our buddy Sam and Colby come to this spot. That automatically makes it valid, right? Ghost hunters coming here. It's gotta be good pizza. It's gotta be some haunted, spooky pizza.
My friend recognized you.
Do you get a lot of streamers coming up into this little spot?
I know. I've actually had like a few people with those glasses that record.
Got it.
But never
They're-
like an actual.
They're like low key and stuff, huh? Okay, yeah, we like to not be low key.
Yeah, be out there. Why not?
Exactly. So we just got seated. I couldn't break her heart that we weren't streamers.
Just saying, making a YouTube video.
I wanted to go with it. She said we were streamers at the
Then I had
beginning.
to record the whole clip of us.
Listen, all I gotta say though is if you guys want to see us start streaming, we might actually start considering this. What should we stream though? Should it be like a day live type of thing, or should it be what we're doing now, just full stream?
Just keep doing what you're doing now. I don't even think you have to change anything. People like IRL stuff anyway. People are not fucking with gaming anymore like that. Like, gaming's still popular, but it's not as popular as it used to be like in like 2016, 2017, 2018. The fucking like 2000, like 2013, like the 2010s. Like, this game was at its highest within the 2010s, but like now it's just like it's just there now because everything's about IRL. Thanks to like speed and all that.
All day long. Let us know in the comments down below. Let's check out the menu.
That's like kind of like spaghetti meatballs.
Oh, so that's just spaghetti meatballs. All right, let's do the Italian flag and let's do the nuts and bolts. All right, you guys. So we had placed our order here. We decided to find out if this is really a good Italian spot because at first I thought it was just a pizza spot, but now I've seen this place. It's definitely Italian. It's got everything. We gotta try pasta and we gotta try pizza. So drink our beers and get ready to indulge, my friend.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Adam.
Brennan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm the owner at
Oh, amazing, amazing. What was that? Brennan, pleasure to meet you guys.
I want to send you out a few things.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Of course.
Oh, my Lanta. All right, well, we're down for it.
Are you guys down for more than just beer, too? Can I bring you some cocktails?
This guy's crazy. Yo,
Wait,
he's
he's
I would never
bullshitting.
say
No. He know the girl should have went in the back, told them that they're streamers, probably they're famous, the way they're acting. So they're like, we need some money. So they went up to them and started saying, "You need anything? We're giving you the concert treatment. You guys are fucking. You guys are slick. You think you're funny."
Well, we'll hook you guys up tonight.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah, we're excited. We've seen a lot of videos about your place. Our friends have gone here, so we're excited to give it a.
I like the shape, like the. Yo, there you go, Mike. There you go, Mike. I see you guys. Okay, hey Blitz. Hey guys.
Face test. Amazing. Thank you, dude. Alrighty, so things are gonna get crazy here. I don't even know what we're getting ourselves into.
This is the dad bod.
The dad bod? Oh man, I'm trying not to have one of those.
It's okay. So it's like a bourbon-based drink.
Okay, amazing.
And juice, little mint, little elderflower liqueur.
Oh, okay, that sounds nice.
This is just like a
Mike has said
Of course, love those. All right, you guys, we are getting hooked
Right?
up here. We got like a nice bourbon drink.
Right?
Everybody knows the night gets crazy when you start pulling out the espresso martinis. Everybody knows it. I flick my bean like a drum. This is the epitome of what he just said. When two great restaurateurs come together, merge their recipes, and make something so delicious, because the lasagna ball itself is so good, but then you get this bolognese that just smacks like we are in Italy. Like, this is incredible, so delicious. But Jake, you're a cheese guy, right? You don't got as bad lactose intolerance as I do. Give that a taste.
It's not a cut to me. Starting my engine. Whipped ricotta, so you know it's gonna be.
I want to see like what the texture is. It's like cream cheese. Oh, it's like whipped cream. Oh my goodness.
Spreadable.
Wow, very spreadable.
My question is am I supposed to put like one of these on there?
He said those are the dates, right?
Oh.
It's that good?
Sorry, we're getting stupid commercials, guys. This is fucking dumb. The Pi app is not working anymore. That dumbass. Bullshit. Skip. Oh, see that shit.
Wow, the little toast is amazing. It's creamy, and then you got a little bit of hot honey in there to give it a little sweet, a little hot. And these dates are phenomenal. They didn't buy them at the market for sure.
That's a good thing. I think that's a
Listen, that's the only
that's
kind
good
of
marketing. It's good that you market the way exactly how it looks from the menu or from whatever like their advertisements. That's good, because if it doesn't, then you got yourself a problem.
date Jake's getting lately.
It's good. I'm keeping that one.
This food is spectacular.
I mean, show the plate.
I mean, like, we wouldn't be grubbing these appetizers so hard
Hey, Lotus.
if they weren't as good as they are, just so you know. Oh my God. Yes, of course, thank you. This looks insane. Wait, where are you taking my nuts? Give me those back.
I'm not taking them.
You better not take my nuts. I saw that going in the corner of my eye. I said, no way. Can you walk me through what do we got inside of this? This is the, what was it called again? The Italian flag. What's inside the Italian flag?
So it's a creamy pesto cream pasta.
Okay.
We got a fresh bruschetta mix on top, fresh mozzarella just slightly melted over, basil, so it makes up the components of the Italian flag.
Amazing. And then what do we got here? What is this one?
We
Break
got
it
our
down.
Detroit deep dish. So we got, you see that melted cheese crust on the
I
end?
see it.
So it's almost like a cross between a Sicilian and a grandma as far as thickness, but you get that nice crown crust all the way around. And topped with sausage, pepperoni, diced peppers, and onions. You can't go wrong with either one of these.
Amazing, my friend. Thank you so much. We're excited, dude. We are excited. Thank you. Here we go, you guys. This pizza looks insane. I'm gonna go for back pull then. Ready?
Mike has said, God, I want a pizza or a huge
My
burger.
goodness. Let's see the stretch.
God, that
Can we
looks
hit a foot?
amazing.
I think we're about an 8
Woo!
inch.
That looks delicious. Who would want that? That is amazing. Looks great. God damn.
Right now, this is the same size as me. Let's keep it moving. We're about 16, 24, 30. 32 inches in the air. That was nuts. We're good. It's all over the t-shirt, but don't worry. I got more at BrennanTaylor.com. I might need a fresh piece for that, so I can properly get on the sauce. That was amazing, though. Great cheese pull. So I had to get a fresh one because I dropped off all my marinara, and you know me, this marinara here is
That looks
to
so
die for,
delicious,
so I
bro.
needed a
What the
fresh
hell?
slice. Look at this, you guys. We got literal grilled onions in here. We got bell peppers. We got sausage, pepperoni, and this marinara. And check this out. Look at those crispy pepperonis, my friend. And this whole entire cheese crust around it literally goes insane. So here goes nothing. Oh my gosh. Boy, she is thick. This is insane. This pizza is so doughy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You get this nice crusted cheese bite that crunches every time you go down on it. Absolutely insane. The top was good too. It's a lot of It's a very thick dough. But this backside with all the sauce and the crispy pepperonis, that's to die for, my friend.
All right, so I got the Italian flag. I've never seen a pasta that looks like this. Look at that. There's
Oh, but we
chicken
can just
in there.
record on here.
Yeah. Chicken in there. Looks phenomenal, honestly. Still piping hot. Little
Is
worried.
that cheese all on that, or?
Yeah, did you listen when he explained it? He said a layer of mozzarella cheese. And they
No, but as you know, we're moving. I don't have any Q-tips. These ears are clogged.
Nasty. Whoa. I feel like I'm eating one of those fondues, a spoonful of pasta, and I just dipped it in there.
It's that good.
So cheesy. It's really
Is it
good,
cheesy
though.
as in good? Let me see what else we got in here. That's like a block of cheese right there, just to show you guys how much cheese is in that.
There's so much cheese, it's drying, solidifying on the fork.
Wow, and he just went for it. He
That's a
is
spoon.
gonna be crazy tonight. Jake says it's like fondue. Let's find out if that is true. How do I always rhyme so good? Okay, here we go. Wow. Usually I stray away from pesto pasta because I feel like it's just so plain. It's just kind of like oil-based. It's very boring. Here, they turn the pesto into a cream. So it really coats your mouth in a nice way that I haven't had pesto do since '92. If you know what I'm talking about. I wasn't even born in '92. That was just rhyme. But sometimes I can't control the rhyme. It just happens and I gotta go with it.
Can you hurry up?
All right, sorry.
I'm already prepping my food over here.
Chill. This is insane, okay? This is called the Indian flag, and this is
Italian flag. We're not.
This is really good. Jake, try that pizza though.
All right, I'm gonna do this a little smart way.
I did that same way, so.
Oh. Whoa. I usually like normal pizza, you know? The thick one's good, but you can only do one or two, you know? You're not smacking a whole pie by yourself, but I will say, marinara is off the chain. The pepperonis have just enough tar on the top of it. Everything put into this is really good. I'll have one, and I'll be happy that I had one only, you know?
Let's get this finished up. Let's see what this is gonna cost us, and then let's get up out of here, because this belly, it can't fit nothing else in there. All right, we just got finished taking pictures with the entire staff, and I look down at my shirt right now. I am a pig-sty. But don't worry, I'm gonna get some more merch at BrandonTaylor.com. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. I love you with my whole entire heart, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.
All right, that was all right. That was all right. That was fine. It was a little. If some parts was a bit cringy, I'm not gonna lie. It was not like. I don't know. It was different. It was different compared to the ones I usually watch. But I don't know. Let me see. Ooh, that looks really good. Ooh, pretty good.
I think I got pink eye. Sadly, a risky take when you stay in hotel rooms a lot. And funnily enough, today's food challenge is in a hotel. Yeah, not this hotel. It's in a Super 8 across town. And actually, I only found out about this from those guys at the Beer Hunter last week, who told me there's a place inside the local Super 8 called Broadway and Grand, and they have a food challenge. So, not really sure what to expect, but we're gonna get over there and give it a bash. It's a nice hotel room, this, isn't it? Yeah, I looked out with this one. Can't even get away from takeaway menus in your hotel these days. I reckon I could live in a hotel, you know. Like Alan Partridge. Novelty will probably wear off pretty quick. Hi, can I check out?
Yeah, definitely. What's your number?
627. Oh, thanks, man. Yours is coming on. You'll get there eventually.
Maybe like a decade, probably.
I bet they make you trim it here, right? They make you keep it nice and short, I know. The local Walmart didn't have a whole door, so I bought this this bag for storing additional clothes I might come across along the way. It's one of those picnic cooler thingies. Super like a North American equivalent of a travel lodge, whereas Motel 6 is like a travel lodge. Super 8 more like a Premier Inn or something. I'm starting to get backed up from all the scoffing, so hope this one isn't too big. It's actually open. What a divvy. So I guess the hotel's down that way. Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm here to scoff lots of your food. Is it just like two big burgers?
Cheese.
Grilled cheese.
So it's 3 grilled cheese sandwiches stacked up, and then all the info for it is right there.
Oh, cool. The Grand Challenge. I thought it was just a burger, but it's not. It's grilled cheese with some pulled pork and brisket and stuff on it, which is much more fun. My real name is Adam. Adam. Yeah. If completed in under 30 minutes by one individual, the meal is free and includes a $10 gift card, as well as a photo on our socials of you and your accomplishment. Doesn't say it on the menu, but apparently you get a t-shirt as well. It's almost here, so stand over here. Wow, that's. Have you seen the videos? You must have seen the videos if you give me this many napkins. I mean, it sounds doable from the menu. Oh, here it comes. And the bowl of mac and cheese as well.
And a bowl of mac and cheese. There's 4 in there.
It's like 6 cameras on me here. I feel like I'm on a TV show. It's Broadway and Grand, right?
Yep. You have 30 minutes to do it. One individual only. Meals free, and you get a $10 gift card.
Sweet.
You complete it all within a half an hour.
Awesome. And nobody's done it yet,
Nobody's done it yet.
There's a lot of mac and cheese there.
Success.
It smells delicious as well. And it's what's like brisket, pulled pork?
Yep. Smoked brisket, pulled pork, 6 hamburger patties.
It's falling over now. But
8 straps of bacon, burnt ends on top.
Sweet. Right, I'm gonna get started.
And I'll start the timer for you. Let me know when you're ready.
3,
2, 1.
Right, let's do it. Start with.
Burnt ends it is. Top to bottom, lad. That's probably your best bet. So, welcome back to another episode number 7, I think, in this little Canadian adventure. I don't think they're going to stand up, bud. The time for making this all look photogenic have passed. Just stick your face in it. Today we're at Broadway and Grand, which is, if not inside a Super 8 hotel, then certainly in some way architecturally attached to one. And we're taking on their Grand Challenge, which is like a big barbecue grilled cheese smorgasbord thingy. Yummy stuff, let me tell you.
As you already said, I know.
It looks, look how big it is.
It's not going to stand up. The pulled pork is yummy. I mean, I'm sure it's all going to be yummy, but the pulled pork in particular is very nice.
Right?
I sure 'twas. So easy to get pulled pork wrong, you know, but they nailed it. Brisket was good too.
I'm going to save the 2 top grilled cheese sandwiches for the end. Do you reckon I could eat this like an actual sandwich?
Oh, yeah.
You think so? It looks so beautiful at the start. I feel like I've ruined it. Right, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's even better with all the flavors together. How's my beard look? Great. Yeah? I don't believe you. Wow, it's really cheesy.
I always been. You guys just don't put the work to look. Always been. You guys don't look at the thumbnail? Like, you don't see the giant fucking VTuber on the thumbnail? Like, what the fuck? What the hell? You don't see the YouTube channel? You don't see the icon? Fuck, we are fucked as West gamers.
Yeah, I think that will be the mini slice.
Then that means you're only here every Monday then. That's crazy. Usually every Monday then. You're only here for Mondays.
Of cheese. Just a hunch, but we can probably close the case on that mystery.
This is the most delicious one of the trip so far. Whew.
What does it look like? What the hell?
That was such a power move. I don't need the menu.
Only just that one? Only that one? There's a lot more than that, you know. There's the YouTube one. Everyone asks you for tips. This is YouTube tutorials, but no one looks.
You should have ordered this. We could have done it together. How cool would that have been? Yeah?
I did, yeah.
Oh man, that would have been fun.
I've been wanting to do it, and I'm like, Have you really?
It's like, it's the density. It doesn't look like it's that much.
Yeah, it does.
But it's, it does.
It's the time limit for me, like.
Look at that.
Explain to me how I'm goofing. Doing it. For you to ask that question, probably I'm not. Let me see too.
Jackson Dobbs said GTG, see you sometime, probably like a day or two, or even maybe today, I don't know.
Let me see. Oh, he said. Okay, gotta go. See you sometime, probably in a day or two. Okay, no problem, Jackson. Do your thing, bro.
Awkward bit of eye contact with someone there. I'm really glad these things were just about compact enough to eat like a sandwich, because all the flavors combined were pretty incredible. Sweet, smoky, creamy, all the good stuff.
Is there any way I could get a Diet Coke or something like that? That's fine, yeah. Ooh, it's a little bit of meat on one of the skewers over here. I'll be cheating. Oh, thank you very much, man. Probably not going to use the straw. Let's get rid of that. Oh, right. I'm going to use the grilled cheese sandwiches like, you know, big spoons. I don't know if that's a good idea. It's too good to rush. I can't rush it.
A convenient excuse for eating at a snail's pace. Nobody's food, lad. Nobody. We've got most of the meat and grilled cheese sarnies down now. Just a big bowl of mac and cheese, and one remaining grilled cheese sandwich. It's $55 to order, but free if you can clock it inside half an hour, and you do get that all-important free shirt too. Yeah.
That's how thick the mac and cheese is. Look at that. Surely you could do it. No? I bet you could do this for breakfast.
Yeah, actually, in my experience, the bigger the bloke, the smaller the appetite usually. Always fun to have a bit of a chit chat with bystanders, though. Not sure this kid's convinced. What do you reckon?
Oh, this is a ridiculous amount of mac and cheese. I've lost track of how long I've been going for.
You're doing great. Halfway through.
I was going to say, that's a bit ambiguous. Halfway, right? Okay. I need to sort it out, man. I'm taking forever. It's been a long trip.
Yeah, not off. Looking forward to a fortnight of eating nothing but Greek yogurt, I tell you. Still one more episode to go after this, though.
You thought it was done, right?
It's like a group. Like, save the best go. Actual legs.
I'm going to save that one for the end.
I gotta go down with
Did you say lunch in a show?
Yeah, I suppose technically it is true. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I'm getting old now.
Bro, I would love to do my job. I'd rather just eat food than do artwork. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather get paid to eat food. That's just crazy.
I'm really sorry. Thanks.
Let's go.
Do you have a dessert menu? We do. Yeah? Yeah, you know me well. That must have been awful to watch. Come on, man.
No, it's great. I like myself.
You can have some of this cheesecake. What flavour is the cheesecake?
It is just chocolate and caramel.
Chocolate and caramel. We could have done that together, man. Then, like, if you had lost, I would have just finished all your food. I like that. It's cool, and that's what lets a different place.
So yeah, so Parlor 19 is our 1920s inspired speakeasy.
Ah,
It's just around the corner if you want to check it out.
this is cool. You have to have a special code to get in.
Yes.
No, that was awesome, man.
Well, that's one word for it. Thank you very much.
Alright, that's enough food stuff.
Clankers said just so ache the video makes it so we can't hear you.
So that's pretty much that. Hold on. Done at that point. Get rid of this.
Wait.
Let's see here. Let's see. Bro, what the okay, you know what? Let's change this shit. Okay. Alright.
Oh, wow.
Dumb crap ahead. Okay. No, not this one. I'll do it later. Alright. So this is from Watch Mojo. And okay, so this is from Watch Mojo, and this episode's 50 movies that ruined people's lives. Like, these are movies that actually genuinely ruined their lives one way or another. Maybe the casting, maybe I don't know, something in the movie that happened in the movie that people can't, distinguish between real life and stuff. So.
And I'm prepared to make a full report.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most negative, unforeseen effects a movie has had on the cast, crew, or audience.
The gun was supposed to be empty. I was told I was handed an empty gun.
Syriana, George Clooney.
It's complicated, you know. I mean, really screwed up at work.
How?
I was supposed to keep my mouth shut, and I didn't.
Considering he took home the Golden Globe and the Academy Award, it's safe to say George Clooney left it all on the table in this political drama. But he doesn't remember the experience all that fondly. During a flubbed stunt, Clooney fell over and hit his head hard, causing the actor agonizing headaches and memory loss. He later admitted that the pain got so bad, he contemplated ending his career right then and there.
And I fell over and I tore my spine, my dura in two places, about 1.5 inches in one and, a half an inch in the other.
While recent years have seen him in much higher spirits, something tells us Oscar Gold wasn't worth all that Syriana took from him.
And it's really unbearably painful. And you have to lay down and you can't get up. And I thought I had a stroke, honestly.
Psycho, Janet Leigh. If you were scared out of your mind during Marion Crane's iconic death scene, don't worry, you weren't alone. Actress Janet Leigh was right there with you. The performer was so frightened by the final cut of Marion's demise, she couldn't stomach the idea of showering ever again.
It is not PR. It is true. I stopped taking showers. I will not go into a shower.
Of course, Leigh eventually had to wash herself, but allegedly she always made sure doors, windows, and other exits were locked right before stepping into the tub.
Unless there's no other way to bathe, and then the doors are open, I have something right close by, and I'm facing the door, and there's no curtain. The floor looks like a swimming pool.
Oh shit, so that was all improvised? So they told her, like, listen, you're gonna go in the shower and that's it, and then the dude came up with a knife and stuff, and then she was genuinely being scared? Oh shit, that's crazy.
But that is the truth.
It's a testament to the shower scene's visceral nature. Still, it's a shame it came at the cost of Leigh's peace of mind. The Deer Hunter, Russian roulette players.
Stevie, come down!
Michael Cimino's epic war drama is a brilliant depiction of life as a soldier. At its core is the simple game of Russian roulette, which serves as a captivating metaphor about the unpredictable stakes of battle.
Stevie, you gotta do it. You don't do it, they're gonna throw you in a pit.
They throw you in the pit, you're gonna die.
However, in hindsight, the film may have been a bit too emphatic with this device. In the years since The Deer Hunter's release, it's been linked to around 25 different deaths of those who were inspired to play Russian roulette because of its role in the film. There's no denying it's a great part of an even greater movie, but given the fallout, you have to wonder if it was worth the cost.
Don't worry, kid. You did it.
Cleopatra, Elizabeth Taylor. Forget her career, Elizabeth Taylor blew up her entire life in the making of this movie. To start, her busy schedule and frequent health issues ballooned Cleopatra's budget well past the point of reasonable. Then, without the studio to back her up, there was nothing to stop the ensuing news story of the century. Taylor was having an extramarital affair with her co-star Richard Burton.
I can never be more far away from you than this.
Already the subject of intense media scrutiny, this scandalous turn of events marred Taylor's image beyond the point of repair. While she still acted in the coming years, it was never under the same spotlight she had before Cleopatra.
What could I do? Where could I go?
Rosemary's Baby, Mia Farrow. The film that catapulted Mia Farrow back to stardom is also the one that ruined her first marriage.
This is no dream. This is really happening.
When Farrow said "I do" to Frank Sinatra, it was under the agreement that she would retire from acting. But having grown bored with the life of a housewife, Farrow later signed on for Rosemary's Baby. It caused a massive rift in their marriage, boiling over until eventually Farrow was served divorce papers while on set.
What are you talking about? What about what's fair to me?
Career-wise, taking Rosemary's Baby was definitely the right call, but in terms of Farrow's personal life, that's still up for debate.
I've done one movie and actually two, and a TV series before that, but nothing as demanding as that film was in every scene for months and months.
Reefer madness, pharmaceutical reform supporters. Long before the war on drugs, a very vocal church decided to produce a cautionary tale about the effects of a very popular kind of recreational substance.
There is no doubt that there is an organized gang distributing the narcotic to students, not only in my school, but all over the city.
It was later picked up for distribution, re-edited, and turned into a cult classic by the name Reefer Madness. The movie follows a gang of high schoolers who, after indulging in the devil's lettuce, commit all sorts of morally reprehensible acts. It ranges from robbery to murder and beyond.
Mary Lane was in the way. She had found him out. In a moment of anger, he deliberately and willfully killed her.
Nowadays, the film's over-the-top nature has made it something of a cult hit in certain circles, but at the time, it only intensified the stigma against medical use of pharmaceuticals.
I know what you want. You want to kill me.
You're crazy. Take it easy, kid. I just want to talk to you.
The Alamo, LaJean Etheridge. They say there are no small roles, only small actors, but sadly for LaJean Etheridge, her boyfriend, Chester...
Son of a bitch.
However, it seems he did too good a job. In the years following Ghostbusters' smashing success, Atherton's easygoing lifestyle was routinely interrupted by hecklers and overzealous fans.
And would this storage facility be located on these premises?
Yes.
And may I see this storage facility?
No.
They couldn't separate the character from the actor, and the constant ridicule made Atherton resentful of the franchise. Rumor has it, when he ran into director Ivan Reitman, he greeted him with an argument instead of a hug.
Excuse me, just where do you think you're going?
Step aside, miss, or I'll have you arrested for interfering with a police officer.
Oh, no, hold on. I've seen TV. I know you can't come in here without a warrant or a writ or something.
It's no surprise Atherton didn't return for Ghostbusters 2.
Everything was fine with our system until the power grid was shut off by here.
They caused an explosion.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no...
Apocalypse Now, cast and crew. Whether you were on camera or behind it, it was hard to walk away from this set completely unscathed.
Chief, man, you guys just got blown off that bridge.
You hang on, man. You're gonna be okay.
For starters, it took over a full calendar year just to film the thing. Principal photography was only supposed to last 5 months, but Apocalypse Now was besieged by a never-ending slew of disasters.
Kurtz's patrols in the highlands coming under frequent ambush. The camp started falling apart.
Storms destroyed sets, star Martin Sheen had a near-fatal heart attack, and Marlon Brando showed up to work not knowing his lines.
Horror has a face. And you must make a friend of horror. Horror and moral terror.
Numerous reports called it an intense, grim shooting environment reflective of the film's gritty subject matter. If there's any silver lining, it's that Apocalypse Now is often considered one of the greatest films ever made. Heaven's Gate, Michael Cimino, and future directors. After the Oscar-winning success of 1978's The Deer Hunter, visionary Michael Cimino had a blank check for his eagerly awaited follow-up. Unfortunately, he spent all that capital on Heaven's Gate, a film so universally despised, it didn't just ruin his career, it ruined the entire framework of Hollywood.
You people make me sick.
By going way over budget with nothing to show for it, executives looked at Heaven's Gate as a failure of the director-driven approach to filmmaking. So, to save their bottom line, they shifted to making movies by committee, ensuring no one person could sink a film like Cimino did with Heaven's Gate. Whenever a director complains about a lack of creative control, you know who to blame.
You can't fire me, Charlie. But I just quit.
Transformers: Dark of the Moon, Gabriela Cedillo.
It's total anarchy around here.
The live-action robots in disguise are known for their overblown action sequences. But in a tragic turn of events, one sequence in Dark of the Moon became all too real for stuntwoman Gabriela Cedillo. The aspiring actress was hired as a driving extra for a chase scene.
You gotta move faster, faster, mate, go!
Only for a malfunctioning wire to leave her with sky-high medical bills and permanent brain damage. Cedillo sued for damages, claiming the stunt had improper safety precautions and that the production lacked a permit for explosives. Her accusations must have held some merit because in the end, she walked away with an $18 million settlement. Cuties, Maimouna Doucouré, and the cast. As early as the first trailer, online reactions lambasted this film for sexualizing its young cast. The most interesting part is that the reviews were actually good, glowing even. But the questionable subject matter was too much of a sticking point for many, with over 600,000 Netflix users vowing to cancel their subscription over the film's release.
The film has recently drawn a lot of attention with split opinions on whether or not scenes were age-appropriate for the young actors.
The young cast became the center of a media storm they had little to no control over. However, it's director Maimouna Doucouré who got the worst of it, having received piles of death threats. You could say the backlash to this movie was anything but cute.
Buck says the movie, quote, creates...
Why did you threaten the kids? That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? What are we doing? Why are you threatening the children? What? Bro, yeah, the movie's a horrible movie, like, subject matter-wise, but, like, why threaten the children? Where are we going with this? That doesn't make any sense. Yes, I know the Cuties movie is horrible, but like, why would you threaten the children? I just don't get that logic. What? What? That makes no sense.
It's an environment that encourages the exploitation of children.
I Spit on Your Grave, Camille Keaton.
The town is too peaceful lately. I don't hear any exciting news.
For an agonizing, controversial half hour, this horror film presents the despicable reality of a woman in peril. It's a harrowing watch through and through, and understandably, actress Camille Keaton wondered if this was the best way to kickstart her career. And well, the verdict is a mixed bag.
I started looking at the script and I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity to show my range of emotions.
While the intense scandal surrounding I Spit on Your Grave catapulted Keaton to the top of the pop culture zeitgeist, its enduring legacy has made it difficult for her to step out of its shadow. She's still a busy actress, but for better or worse, she'll always be Jennifer Hills. The Blues Brothers, John Belushi. One of cinema's greatest comedies has a tragic story behind the scenes, and it all surrounds John Belushi.
Well, thank you, Al. The day I get out of prison, my own brother picks me up in a police car.
The movie was basically made atop a mountain of pharmaceuticals. In fact, writer and star Dan Aykroyd claims part of Blues Brothers' budget was set aside for that very thing.
We need $5,000 fast.
$5,000. Who do you think you are, the Beatles?
However, its prevalence on set only worsened Belushi's reliance on the stuff, leading to many intense standoffs and arguments with cast and crew.
Fame and success is really difficult. I think people really embraced John and demanded a great amount from him.
Considering Belushi succumbed to his substance use disorder just 2 years later, it's hard not to see his work in Blues Brothers as a final, desperate cry for help.
Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yep.
The Island of Dr. Moreau, Everyone.
And I've almost achieved perfection.
Man, you just have to feel bad for those involved in this movie. Grieving over his recent divorce, Bruce Willis dropped out of the project at the last minute. Willis's replacement, Val Kilmer, was served divorce papers partway through filming, causing bursts of rage. Then there's Marlon Brando, who was dealing with his own issues and almost never bothered learning his lines.
He never would learn his lines, and he had Carolyn, his assistant, read lines from the trailer into his little earpiece.
And that's if he showed up to set at all.
Oh, my word. You startled me.
Combine all of that with a director replacement, and it makes sense why The Island of Dr. Moreau is such a career-ending dumpster fire. For the reputation of those involved, it probably would have been better if it hadn't been made at all. The Shining, Shelley Duvall.
Now, are you a Winnie or a Freddie?
I'm a Wendy.
Oh, Wendy, that's nice. That's the prettiest.
In order to turn The Shining into the cinematic staple it's revered as today, director Stanley Kubrick pushed everyone to their absolute limit. But none more so than star Shelley Duvall. Kubrick clashed with the actress over her delivery and technique, creating an extremely toxic work environment. Some claim Duvall was forced to do takes dozens, if not hundreds of times until Kubrick was satisfied, a feat that eventually led to the actress collapsing from exhaustion.
What do you want to talk about?
I can't really remember.
You can't remember.
Even worse, much of Duvall's role was left on the cutting room floor anyways. Beloved film or not, that's tough to justify. Cannibal Holocaust, The Crew.
Oh, good Lord. It's unbelievable. It's horrible.
In a weird kind of backwards compliment, this horror film was so ridiculously brutal, it actually got the filmmakers arrested. That's no hyperbole. Cannibal Holocaust follows a documentary crew's graphic run-in with a tribe of, you guessed it, cannibals. However, this early example of found footage proved too real for audiences of the time.
Stuff they shot could really gut punch you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The ratings were fantastic, you know, higher than most of the big comics. And that they know how to play an audience. Alan especially.
The film was banned from several countries, and the Italian government charged the director, screenwriter, and producers with obscenity. While Cannibal Holocaust has since garnered a surprisingly large underground following, we can't help but wonder whether the filmmakers think it was worth it or not. Stalker, cast and crew.
Горя будет много. Ну, только уж лучше горькое счастье, чем серая унылая жизнь.
In this psychedelic think piece, 3 people embark on a thought-provoking journey through a hazardous wasteland in order to achieve their deepest desires. Only the hazards the team faced along the way weren't just for the camera.
А где же они что, так здесь и остались?
Virgin Moore said hollow.
А кто их знает?
It started as a breakout of allergies, and then a few years after Stalker wrapped, several members of the cast and crew were suddenly diagnosed with lung cancer. As it turns out, the chemical plants they shot Stalker at weren't sets, but real, actual biohazard facilities. While it's impossible to ever definitively know, the evidence all points to Stalker's production being ground zero.
Oh, you guys can now see the stream now? The fuck? Okay, I think what's happening is not the stream. I think it's my internet. I have to turn off this thing off and just let it sit for a little bit and turn it back on. Because that shit is annoying. That's... You guys are now seeing the stream. What the fuck? What the hell?
Ну дайте мне хоть подремать немного. Я же не спал сегодня всю ночь.
The Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland. Follow the yellow brick road all the way to Hollywood infamy. That's right, despite The Wizard of Oz's irrefutable place in cinema history, it's now overshadowed by the abhorrent treatment of Judy Garland. The film was produced smack dab in the middle of the studio's attempts to mold her into the quintessential it girl, no matter how much it damaged her mental state.
You're a very bad man.
Yeah, I know. I just started.
No, my dear, I'm a very good man.
Garland found no support on set, with the cast and crew either harassing her further or ignoring her altogether.
You're just like all the other ones. You sit on the sidelines and you watch the show.
If you're wondering how on earth she looked so happy when singing Over the Rainbow, it's because she was on a mandatory cocktail of uppers. To her, Oz wasn't a dreamland, it was a nightmare.
Judy, I'm sorry, but that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you.
Judy me. You're not my friend.
Rust, Helena Hutchins. In 2021, a film set turned deadly when a prop gun discharged a live bullet in the middle of a scene. The victim, stuntwoman Helena Hutchins, suffered fatal injuries, igniting a media storm the likes of which the film industry hadn't seen in years.
This is a crime scene?
Dozens of crew members were interviewed who paint a picture of what happened on set.
Reportedly, neither actor Alec Baldwin or first assistant director David Hall were aware the prop gun was loaded. That didn't help their case, though, and only stirred up more conversation about negligence on film sets. Both Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed were charged with involuntary manslaughter, with the latter being found guilty.
The distraught 24-year-old is seen with investigators second-guessing her time on the set.
I wish I would have checked it more.
The film eventually re-entered production, with Helena's husband serving as executive producer, and was formally released in 2025. The Passion of the Christ, Jim Caviezel. Some find Mel Gibson's interpretation of Jesus' crucifixion inspirational. Others see it as a relentless test of endurance. For Jim Caviezel, the experience was a bit of both. As a devout Catholic, Caviezel was dedicated to his role. But Jesus' on-screen torment isn't far from what the actor faced. In addition to getting pneumonia and hypothermia, Caviezel was accidentally lashed, dislocated his shoulder, and got struck by lightning, which was actually half the amount of times production assistant Jan Michelini was struck. Although the film broke box office records, Hollywood essentially turned its back on Caviezel. While Caviezel has since found success with a Passion sequel in development, his onset injuries and the film's effects on his career remain a cross to bear.
I was on a lot of medication until 2009 was my first surgery.
Napoleon Dynamite, Carlos and Efren Ramirez.
How long did it take you to grow that mustache?
A couple of days.
I wish I could grow one.
Going from Sundance darling to a surprise phenomenon, Napoleon Dynamite turned its cast into icons. For Pedro actor Efren Ramirez, this extended to his identical twin brother, Carlos. In what sounds like something out of a 90s sitcom, Carlos began making public appearances as Efren. Carlos claimed he initially had his brother's blessing, since Efren couldn't be everywhere. Over time, though, Carlos started impersonating his brother without permission. Carlos was also resentful regarding a girl Efren was dating. Efren eventually sent a cease and desist, threatening to sue Carlos for $10 million. Carlos stopped and expressed a desire to reconcile with his brother. Still, he suspected that the magnitude of Napoleon Dynamite and everything that has come along with it has ruined his relationship with his twin.
If you vote for me, all of your wildest dreams will come true. Thank you.
Taxi driver, James Brady.
Now I see it clearly. My whole life is pointed in one direction. I see that now. There never has been any choice for me.
This Martin Scorsese classic centers on Travis Bickle, a veteran compelled to assassinate a presidential candidate. While Bickle backs out, the film inspired John Hinckley Jr. to shoot then-President Ronald Reagan. Reagan was only wounded, but Officer Thomas Delahanty, Agent Tim McCarthy, and Press Secretary James Brady were caught in the crossfire. Where McCarthy fully recovered, nerve damage forced Delahanty into early retirement. Brady also survived, but his life changed the most. In addition to requiring a wheelchair, Brady was left with slurred speech, partial paralysis, and short-term memory impairment. Although his career in the White House was over, Brady became a major gun control advocate, leading to the Brady Bill. Brady's life nonetheless ended tragically, with the gunshot wound taking its toll in 2014.
James Brady has died, the press secretary to President Reagan, who was wounded during the 1981 assassination attempt on the president. Life for Brady was never the same.
Death in Venice, Bjorn Anderson.
Go away immediately, don't delay. Please, I beg you. Take Tatsil and your daughters. I implore you.
This drama from Italian director Luchino Visconti turned relative newcomer Bjorn Anderson into, quote, the most beautiful boy in the world. As the headlines put it, in the film, Anderson played Tadzio, the young object of an aging composer's affection. Anderson was only a teenager at the time, feeling in retrospect that Visconti had sexualized him. Despite his young age, Anderson became a sex symbol and an LGBTQIA+ icon. Anderson isn't gay, but many assumed he was. The crew even took him to a gay nightclub. The unwanted attention the role brought stayed with Anderson, who grappled with substance use, depression, and trauma in the years that followed.
But you can't expect life to illuminate the target and steady your aim. The creation of beauty and purity is a spiritual act.
The Birds, Tippi Hedren.
Daddy, there were hundreds of them. No, I'm not hysterical. I'm trying to tell you this as calmly as I know how.
Although Melanie Daniels would be a star-making role for Tippi Hedren, her fame essentially began and ended with Alfred Hitchcock. Not only did the phone booth scene leave her with cuts, Hitchcock decided to switch out the mechanical birds with real ones at the 11th hour, putting Hedren through 5 days of terror. The two nevertheless reunited for the film Marnie, which is where Hedren claims Hitchcock started making unwanted sexual advances. Hedren finished the film, but she was done with Hitchcock afterward. A few more roles came Hedren's way, albeit none on par with Melanie or Marnie. While acting continued to run in her family, it's debatable whether The Birds made Hedren's career or prevented her from reaching greater heights.
What did he say to you?
He said, I'll ruin your career.
Wow.
I said, do what you have to do, and out the door I went.
Roar, the cast and crew.
Say hello to Henry the Jaguar, would you? Not today.
Remember when we said Tippi Hedren appeared in several other projects after ditching Hitchcock? One was Roar, which she made with husband Noel Marshall to spotlight African wildlife. After The Birds, you'd think Hedren would avoid working with live animals again. For Roar, though, the filmmakers used actual lions, tigers, and other large cats. Untrained ones, we might add. It's been estimated that 70 people were injured.
Why would you do this? Why would you do this? You put untrained cats on the set? Why would you do this? You want to be lunch? Why would you do this?
Working on the film, with cinematographer Jan de Bont getting scalped. A lion bit Hedren in the neck, and an African elephant fractured her ankle, giving her gangrene. Marshall also got gangrene following multiple life-threatening animal attacks. Even Hedren's daughter Melanie Griffith was mauled, requiring facial surgery. There were no fatalities, but the scars left a lasting impression.
Oh, that's Johnny lying. You never have to worry about John.
The Blair Witch Project, Heather Donahue.
Witches in days gone by were roasted just like my Vienna sausage. Flames are licking you like the devil there, Josh.
We're still baffled that Heather Donahue won a Razzie for the Blair Witch Project. Her committed performance is one of the reasons so many believed the film was a legitimate documentary. Of course, when the truth came out, some audiences felt deceived, giving the film an infamous reputation. This made it harder for Donahue to find work and even led to her being harassed. Retiring from acting in 2008, Donahue became a writer and recreational pharmaceutical enthusiast. She still struggled to separate herself from the film, sharing the same name as her character. For the 2016 Blair Witch sequel, which centers on Heather's brother, Lionsgate made a conscious effort not to mention Donahue's last name. Regardless, Donahue changed her name to Ray Hance in 2020.
I see why you like this video camera so much.
You do?
It's not quite reality.
Last Tango in Paris, Maria Schneider.
Go get the butter.
I have to hurry. I have a cab downstairs waiting.
Go get the butter.
When Maria Schneider was cast opposite Marlon Brando in this erotic romance, it seemed like a life-changing role. It was, but not for all the reasons Schneider hoped. While the actors were praised for their authentic performances, a particular scene hit too close to reality. Brando and director Bernardo Bertolucci devised an unscripted assault scene that Schneider only learned about right before filming. Brando's on-screen actions might have been staged, but Schneider's tears were real. The experience left her with a mix of anger, humiliation, and regret, feeling as if she had been assaulted. What followed was a spiral involving substance use, depression, and attempts on her own life. Schneider wished she had spoken up on set, but she became a prominent voice for women's rights.
Wait a minute. Maybe there's jewels in it. Maybe there's gold.
Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, Olivia Jackson. Director Paul W.S. Anderson pushed the action with each of his Resident Evil adaptations. With the sixth and final installment, he pushed too far. Stuntwoman Olivia Jackson was doubling for Mila Jovovich when her motorcycle crashed directly into a crane-mounted camera. 17 days later, she awoke from a coma to learn that her left arm was gone. It would be years before she recovered from other injuries and facial reconstruction.
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember up until the very impact.
It turned out that Anderson had made a slight camera adjustment without informing Jackson. That was all it took for disaster to strike. Jackson may have won a lawsuit in 2020, but there's no compensation for the loss of her career and old life.
And Jackson has resumed activities that she loves: martial arts, swimming, and riding a bike.
The Amityville Horror, Amityville Homeowners. A house in Long Island's Amityville was the scene of Ronald DeFeo Jr.'s grisly familicide in 1974, then alleged paranormal activity the following year. This inspired a book that in turn inspired a film franchise spanning decades. The original house has had so many tourists that it's been passed through a number of owners. But with all of the residents scared off by the true terror of horror enthusiasts, the Lutz family cannot escape their fame over their supposed supernatural trauma. They've also filed multiple lawsuits over defamation and the use of their brand in unrelated Amityville Horror sequels.
George Lutz dislikes the recent film so much that he is suing its makers, MGM. This is the latest of many legal actions he has taken over the years.
Though even the Lutzes debate the facts in their story, they and that house's other residents agree that they've been haunted by this franchise.
It's the most documented event of its kind.
American Me, Mafiosos. Edward James Olmos took on the Mexican Mafia of Los Angeles with raw honesty. Of course, the Mexican Mafia felt that American Me was too honest, except where it potentially defamed La M.A. legend Rodolfo Cadena.
Until now, I would have thought it a sign of weakness to even listen to what you said to me that night.
Danny Trejo, who consulted on the production, claims that about 10 colleagues were murdered for their involvement.
4 out here and about, I think, 6 in prison.
It's at least confirmed that 3 active or former mafiosos were targeted specifically over a scene depicting male-on-male assault. This mob takes machismo very seriously. Never mind the veil of secrecy and menace that almost tore down.
I'm sorry.
According to American Me, these lives were already ruined by organized crime. Their being ended over a movie further exposes the madness that almost wanted to scare people away from. Sideways, Merlot growers.
If they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving.
Alexander Payne's dramedy about 2 wine connoisseurs touring Santa Barbara County had a surprising ripple effect. Audiences seem to have been paying close attention to the wine preferences of Paul Giamatti's character Miles.
Why are you so into Pinot? I mean, it's like a thing with you.
I don't know. It's a hard grape to grow.
While sales of Pinot Noir, which he loved, saw a significant bump, those of Merlot, which he detested, fell by 2%. This proved financially disastrous in California's wine country, where Merlot accounted for around 20% of sales. It took nearly 2 decades for the market to bounce back. In that time, many winemakers found their livelihoods compromised by one single movie.
Just don't give up. All right? You're gonna make it.
Half my life is over, and I have nothing to show for it. Nothing.
Sideways may be widely acclaimed, but it doesn't have as many fans in the wine industry as you'd think. The Goonies, Sandy Preston.
I just saw the most amazing thing in my entire life. First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Come on.
Do it.
Do it.
The Walsh House in Astoria, Oregon, is the treasure of adventurous Goonies fans around the world. One such fan, a woman named Sandy Preston, bought the property in 2001, but realized that her dream was actually a nightmare. The house soon became overwhelmed with visitors, some of whom even stole her wallpaper. Preston subsequently became much less welcoming, thankfully without resorting to the Fratelli's attitude towards trespassers.
Hit puree. No, I'm too young. No, I want to play the violin. Not my hand.
She just briefly forbade visitors following the film's 30th anniversary event. In 2022, Preston listed the house for $1.65 million, and it was sold in just 6 days. While that might not make up for over 20 years of intrusion, we hope that the new owners get a better return on their investment.
For Goonies around the world, just know this. This is our time. It's our time right now.
The Conqueror, cast and crew. Hollywood's dramatization of the rise of Genghis Khan was considered a disaster from the beginning. It's now best known for the shocking miscast of John Wayne as the fearsome Mongol leader.
This day I have long awaited, and now I am beset by weaklings and traitors.
But there was another horrifically misguided production decision. Because so much of The Conqueror was filmed downwind of a nuclear testing site in Utah, the cast and crew were exposed to radiation over extended periods. About 41% of the crew went on to be diagnosed with cancer. Half of them did not survive. They were among the countless so-called downwinders who were contaminated by nuclear fallout from testing sites throughout the western United States. It turns out that The Conqueror is not just a bad movie, but was an actual disaster.
Guard yourself well, my brother.
Annabella Woodson said hi.
What ventures without hazard?
Deliverance.
Hey, Anna, what's going on?
The people of Rabun County.
Talk about genetic deficiencies. Not pitiful.
Who's picking a banjo here?
The groundbreaking thriller Deliverance practically made Georgia a highly sought-after film production destination. However, the movie still has a more mixed reputation among the residents of Rabun County, where it was shot.
Well, gentlemen, we can talk this thing over. What is it you require of us?
Well, we require that you get your goddamn ass up in them woods.
All right, now, look.
Right now.
Okay, all right.
Sure, the economy flourished from tourism along the Chattooga River, but the local population has had to suffer overcrowding in their community and ruinous stigma beyond. Deliverance has been credited with widely popularizing degrading, frightening stereotypes about the Deep South that persist today. The people of Rabun County are, of course, facing this fallout more directly.
Don't come back up here.
You don't have to worry about that, Sheriff.
Banjo boy Billy Redden may still encourage his community to embrace their place in film history. For many of his neighbors, though, that's not worth the decades of negative perceptions.
Can you play the banjo for us?
Nope.
You can't play it at all?
Nope.
The Blind Side, Michael Orr. For every fan of the sports biopic The Blind Side, there's a critic of its questionable racial representation. One of them is Michael Orr himself, whose life the film is based on.
And I promise that I will be at every game cheering for you.
Every game?
Every game.
The former NFL lineman felt that the movie belittled his intelligence and agency in his athletic career. He also alleged that this negatively affected his status on the field.
When I could have dropped out in 6th, 7th grade, man. And
When somebody else get that credit, yeah, it pisses you off. It pissed me off.
Or tried to set the record straight with an autobiography that elaborated on his disappointment in The Blind Side and its offensive liberties. But by then, the damage was seemingly already done.
It's really, really sad.
I think you just found something to write about, Michael.
Just goes to show that even an underdog story with the best of intentions can apparently blindside its subject. The Conjuring, Gerald Helfrich and Norma Sutcliffe.
Wanna play hide and clap?
The Perron family may have dealt with supernatural intruders in 1971, but Gerald Helfrich and Norma Sutcliffe were later haunted by many physical ones.
We have no longer have any sense of peace. No privacy is totally gone.
Ed and Lorraine Warren's paranormal investigation into the Perrons' farmhouse was the basis for the 2013 smash hit The Conjuring. This launched a film franchise and horror fan pilgrimage to the Rhode Island plot, then owned by Helfrich and Sutcliffe. The couple not only dealt with trespassers, but vandalism and threats of violence. Naming some 500 incidents, they sued the film's producers for damages in 2015.
It is harassment, stalking, and that's how it comes across to us.
4 years later, Helfrich and Sutcliffe finally sold the house to paranormal investigators who converted it into a museum. The nightmare was over, but with a family driven out of their home of 32 years. Natural-born killers, copycat crime victims. Oliver Stone didn't pull any punches in condemning America's violence culture through the exploits of a serial killer couple. Many critics didn't completely get the irony.
Ruby Nose says 7 in the morning is
neither
crazy.
did some disturbed individuals. Natural-born killers inspired a number of violent criminal acts and
Why are you saying 7 in the morning is crazy?
murder sprees by copycats, most of them teenagers.
Hey, Jack. Mickey's back.
Perhaps the most famous crime was the Columbine High School massacre. Stone and Time Warner were hit with an incitement lawsuit that dragged on for 6 years before being dismissed. There are always much deeper catalysts for copycat criminals than where they get their twisted ideas. Still, while Natural Born Killers has an important message behind its horror, the way in which it was delivered was adapted to cause so much suffering.
It's just murder, man.
The Ruby Nose says it's 7:07
Aaron
a.m.
Brockovich. Aaron Brockovich.
What can I do for you, Aaron?
Well, believe it or not, I'm on the prowl for some water records.
You come to the right place.
I guess I did.
Single mother and paralegal Erin Brockovich saved a lot of lives by exposing groundwater contamination in Hinckley, California. The Julia Roberts-led film about her crusade was a massive success and made Brockovich a celebrity environmental activist. This newfound status, however, came to be a major burden.
And I could see that it was affecting my children, my relationship, my friends. I could see jealousy coming up. I could see anger. I could see frustration. I could see people's agendas.
Exhausting public pressure and professional obligations frequently tore Brockovich away from her children. She even struggled to find time to support her daughter Elizabeth through struggles with substance use disorder.
Rosie, Sketches says hi from
it became
Lancaster,
more important to earn
Pennsylvania.
that next
I am
paycheck.
vacationing,
It
wanted to
became
share
more
vacation
important,
with
well, I have to do
everyone.
an interview, than it was to see that I had a kid.
There's no problem that you're telling us you're vacationing, Rosie,
Mike
but
has said the sole of my favorite shoes just separated. Who would have guessed $20 shoes would be so durable?
I'm gonna give you some piece of advice. I don't think it's a good idea to let your location be known because it could be dangerous. I'm just saying. But if you want to, go ahead. But I'm saying I wouldn't do that in the chat. Refrain from that. Some people are crazy.
May be in trouble.
More than 20 years later,
Rosie,
Brockovich
Sketches
is
says
still
we are in
fighting the
Amish
good
country.
fight in the public eye.
No matter.
Her family.
You'd be surprised how crazy people can be. Dude drew a streamer, if I remember one, there was a girl who was a streamer. And I think I don't know how, but he got her information somehow. He lived 3 states away from where she was. He drove all 3 states to come to
Kicrox
her house.
asks, why do you make Gunnar art?
And then tries to destroy her car. Notice the funny part about that is that She didn't know who he was at all. The only reason why he went to her house to destroy her car is because she found out that, I guess he found out that she had a boyfriend or something. He was a advocate subscriber to her stream. But this is not a person that she had any like personal dealings with or anything like that. So, you know. Let's see here. Kick rocks. You don't. When people ask this dumb question, they don't watch my videos. This is a dumb question. Well, they ask this question, but they don't watch the videos. The videos tell you exactly what's going on in the video. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing it for a company. It's not Gunnar art. Seeing a woman and a man in their swimsuits is not Gunnar art. Them standing in their outfits is not a Gunnar art. You young kids has been brainwashed to believe anyone that is in a bikini or in a one piece or even a trunks is somehow Gunnar art. I don't know how that's possible. If that's considered Gunnar art, don't go to a beach. In the videos, they tell you directly, this is a swimsuit summer event to sell pencils. The reason why we're doing that is because it's a swimsuit summer event. So the company asked me to do some artwork of famous anime characters that most people will recognize, fan artwork, and put them in their bikinis or swim trunks because they're going to recognize them, and if they like the work, they want to get the pencils. Just like if you had a hot girl like Cindy Sweeney in some jeans, 9 times out of 10, they'll make some money. You use attractive people, you make money. It's called marketing.
Ruby Nose says, I am eating miso shiru. Do you have that in the States?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're in Japan, right? I think it was you. Was it you who stays in Tokyo? Right? So that's why I make the artwork, because they was paying me to do that. And that comes to an end on the 22nd. So once that's over, I won't be doing that anymore. I'll be too busy making artwork like this. Why bother asking me that when you see this in front of you? And what makes it funny is like the videos literally tell you at the instance of you watching it what it's about. And to even push even more of my
The Ruby Nose says, I am going to be back when I am done eating. Okay.
Okay, no problem. In the descriptions on YouTube and TikTok, they have links to them on Amazon or TikTok Shop. To the pencils. Sets. But y'all don't use your ears or eyes to read or listen. I don't know why. Very strange. And there's like what, 60 episodes? And I think like 30 or 40% of the, like 40 episodes straight tells you, or at least I think 20% of them tell you what the videos are for. They're a swimsuit summer event for the summer. Says that every video says that in the corner. In the video, in the descriptions, in the captions. Summer's near done. We got a week and a half left, I believe. So, yeah.
Is also in good health, but as tough as their lives were before they became movie stars, fame apparently didn't bring much fortune.
6. That's how old my other daughter is. 8 is the age of my son. 2 is how many times I've been married and divorced. 16 is the number of dollars I have in my bank account. 8503943. That's my phone number.
So.
And with all the numbers I...
Like, why... Like, their focus is on that, but they see this.
Jolliancher says, holy Guccamole.
Gave you, I'm guessing 0 is the number of times you're going to call it.
The message. B'nai B'rith hostages.
Mohammed, when I hunt the desert at night, I know God is not kept in the house.
By the 1970s, misrepresentation of Islam was becoming widespread in Western media. Syrian-American filmmaker Mustafa Akkad responded with an epic dramatization of the religion's founding.
The prophet has seen you. You're not to rope or drag the prisoners.
What's the matter, Harry? Everything okay?
Cut them loose.
The message was both critically acclaimed and controversial. Though Akkad was careful to avoid directly depicting the Prophet Muhammad, the extremist Hanafi movement mistakenly believed that Hollywood star Anthony Quinn was cast in the part. They retaliated with an armed siege of the Washington, D.C. chapter of the Jewish service group B'nai B'rith. This resulted in the message being temporarily pulled from theaters and failing at the box office. Worse, the hostage crisis ended in the loss of 2 lives and unimaginable trauma.
Even today, the horror of it all still causes me feelings of pain and anxiety.
Despite Akkad's noble intentions, this tragedy shows the consequences of any movie's message being misconstrued. Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace. Ahmed Best. Everyone knows the tragedy of the Phantom Menace wrecking Jake Lloyd's career and childhood. Not enough people recognize what Ahmed Best went through as the voice and motion capture performer of the near-universally hated Jar Jar Binks. What should have been Best's breakout role wound up a stain on his career and mental health. He even considered taking his own life. Instead, he continued to play Jar Jar with utmost professionalism, at least until his Annie Award-winning spoof on Robot Chicken. Best is now in a good place, teaching at Stanford University and recast in Star Wars in the much more dignified role of Jedi Master Kelleran Beck. Still, that can't make up for his particularly painful years of Jar Jar Binks.
Everything's gonna be all right, kid.
Le Mans. David Piper.
This isn't just a 1,000-to-1 shot. This is a professional blood sport. And it can happen to you. And then it can happen to you again.
As an avid motorsports enthusiast, Steve McQueen was heavily invested in the production of his 1971 film about the racing tournament 24 Hours of Le Mans. The project was plagued by multiple difficulties and eventually bombed at the box office with polarized reviews. This was by no means its only tragedy. Veteran driver David Piper participated in one of the racing sequences and crashed his signature Porsche 917 in the process.
For real?
The resulting
That's a
injuries
thing?
were so severe.
For real? That's a thing? That's my first time hearing that. Is that really a thing? That he's a Sith Lord, low key, just acting stupid, kind of like Toby from Naruto.
Fear that one of his legs had to be partly amputated.
When people risk their lives, shouldn't it be for something very important?
Well, it better be.
Piper would go on to race again years later, but what should have been a small movie part essentially turned out to be a life-changing tragedy.
Darling, does it really matter?
Yes, it does.
But you're going to quit anyway.
Yep. But not this way.
Dog Day Afternoon. John Wustowich. On the afternoon of August 22, 1972, John Wustowich ruined his own life with a botched bank robbery in Brooklyn. At least he enjoyed celebrity status in prison when the story inspired the classic thriller Dog Day Afternoon.
I'm a Catholic and I don't want to hurt anybody, understand?
After he did his time, however, that story cost Wustowich professional and financial security. Any hope of leaving behind his old life was gone. Moreover, he claimed that the morally ambiguous Sonny Wustowich was still defamatory. Say what you will about John, but at least he was loyal to his partner in crime. Wustowich died almost 20 years after prison, having been living on welfare and with his mother. It's no secret that crime doesn't pay, but sometimes true crime movies can be even more costly.
And I wanted to be a security guard. I said, I'm the guy from Dog Day Afternoon. Nobody's gonna rob the dog's bank.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Adriana Casalotti. Children have dreamt of being a Disney princess since the 1930s. The very first one, however, found that it was nothing to wish for. Adriana Casalotti's enchanting voice work as Snow White should have guaranteed her lifelong stardom. But she was not credited in the movie and was forbidden to promote herself. Casalotti sued Disney for a soundtrack stipend, and she was hardly heard from again. The theory is that her voice was too distinctive for her to get other roles. It's also rumored that Walt Disney had her blacklisted. Either way, aside from a few roles and reprising Snow White, Castellotti's acting career was stagnant. She found success in opera, but her film fantasies were crushed by the realities of working for Disney.
Bye, Grumpy. Goodbye.
A Clockwork Orange, Linda Grimm and Linda Wardhill. Stanley Kubrick's examination of psychopathy in modern society is hailed as a masterpiece, but upon its release, A Clockwork Orange was condemned for going too far with its graphic violence. Alleged copycat crimes became so rampant that Kubrick personally had the movie banned from the UK in 1973.
You proved to me that all this ultra-violence and killing is wrong and terribly wrong.
Nonetheless, the most high-profile case was in '89 and 2002 when Peter Foster murdered his wives, Linda Grimm and Linda Wardhill. The so-called Clockwork Orange killer had a history of violence against women, but it escalated after he saw his favorite movie. Despite his self-censorship, Kubrick always held that disturbed minds are fundamentally responsible for copycats. Whatever would have inspired such ultra-violence otherwise, Grimm and Wardhill suffered for their husband's love of
The Ruby
one
Nose
movie.
says, what are you watching?
We put him away for his
So
own
watch the
protection.
top 10 movies
and
that ruin
also for
people's
yours.
lives.
War
Top 50,
Games,
sorry.
Aaron Swartz.
Wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess?
Later, let's play global thermonuclear war.
The dangers of computer hacking went mainstream with the 1980s cult classic War Games. It even influenced the United States' Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. The punitive measures the bill outlines might not be unreasonable for a hacker who nearly triggers a nuclear war. Alas, its broad definition of unauthorized computer access meant tragedy for internet activist Aaron Swartz.
I mean, what do you believe needs to be done to modernize that law?
Well, at the moment, that law makes it a felony for you to give your password to HBO to a friend. That has to be changed.
In 2011, Swartz was charged with hacking into MIT's network to download academic articles. The university didn't want to file charges, but with federal prosecutors taking over, Swartz was likely to face devastating fines and prison time. Just before his trial, he took his own life.
Do you believe that if the criminal justice system hadn't failed Aaron, do you believe he'd be alive today?
Without question.
Hacking may be no game, but this was just the most high-profile of many extreme legacies of the so-called War Games scare. Citizen Kane, William Randolph Hearst, Marion Davies, and Orson Welles.
Hello, Jedediah.
Hello, Charlie. I didn't know we were speaking.
Sure we're speaking, Jedediah. You're fired.
Newspaper tycoon William Randolph Hearst's yellow journalism was rarely as sensational as his own villainy. This was the main inspiration for Orson Welles' Citizen Kane.
No, I don't know many people.
I know too many people. I guess we're both lonely.
Despite Hearst's efforts to suppress it, the film has become recognized as one of the greatest ever made. Hearst's true character was also popularly immortalized. Of course, his lover, Marion Davies, suffered more as the model for Charles Foster Kane's talentless trophy wife. Herself a renowned entertainer, Davies saw her personal career and legacy permanently tarnished. As for Welles, he was very open about his dramatic, artistic, and financial decline ever since his feud with Hearst. Citizen Kane did indeed show how the mighty truly fall. While Hearst thrived despite his reputation, the innocent Davies and noble Welles fell hardest.
You know, Mr. Bernstein, if I hadn't been very rich, I might have been a really great man.
The Crow, Brandon Lee.
If the people we love are stolen from us, the way to have them live on is to never stop loving them.
The Crow is about a musician whose life is cut tragically short, but he returns as an immortal symbol. This story hauntingly mirrored reality in ways nobody could have predicted. Lee's performance solidified him as a cinematic icon, but he didn't live to see the ensuing success. As production neared end, the crew still needed to film a scene where Lee's character gets shot. The scene seemingly went as planned until the filmmakers realized Lee wasn't getting up. The prop gun hadn't been properly prepared, amounting to a fatal blast. Actor Michael Massey, who fired the revolver, was traumatized, enduring nightmares over a decade later. Twilight Zone the movie. Vic Morrow, Renee Shinyi Chen, and Mika Din Lee.
While here at home, a freak accident turns a war movie set into real-life disaster, killing veteran actor Vic Morrow.
The Twilight Zone is an iconic show, but its film counterpart is best known for one of the most notorious tragedies in Hollywood history. In a segment directed by John Landis, a set piece involving a helicopter claimed the lives of star Vic Morrow
Rubinos says,
and two
so
young
I got to see
performers,
the Demon
Renee
Slayer
Shinyi
movie
Chen
1 days
and
before
Mika
it was
Din Lee.
released, and
Some
someone
chalked the
already
crash
bought
up
all.
to a freak accident, although
Already,
others
huh? How
believed
was it?
Landis
Did you enjoy it?
prioritized his artistic vision over the safety of the actors. Landis and
The
others
Rubinos
involved
says
were
the
acquitted,
Collectibles.
although Warner Brothers would award $850,000 each to Morrow's
That's awesome.
daughters, one of whom is
That's
Jennifer
so cool.
Jason Leigh. Steven
Man, that's-
Spielberg, who
I gotta do some
directed
Demon
another
Slayer artwork.
segment, also severed ties with Landis. Wherever the blame lies, multiple lives were ruined that day. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into Settings and switch on your notifications. The Birth of a Nation. The American People. D.W. Griffith's dramatization of the American Civil War and Reconstruction
The Rubinos
gave
says,
birth
I
to the
can't hear
Hollywood
you, just so you
blockbuster.
know.
But the Southern aristocrat had a disturbing view
Let me
of that
see.
period.
Can you hear me now? You guys can hear me? Well, that's pretty cool that you got to see the movie. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta put some time to watch it, but I never have time to watch it because I'm always too busy doing this stuff like this.
The Rubinos says, YH.
The Birth of a Nation promoted pro-Confederate rhetoric and horrifying anti-black stereotypes, culminating in the quote-unquote heroic rise of the Ku Klux Klan. This film is not just another offensively outdated classic. It was massively controversial at the time, yet no one fully anticipated its impact. The Birth of a Nation was linked to an escalation in racial hostility and segregation policies, as well as a popular resurgence of the KKK. Griffith may have revealed the technical power of movies, but with his hand in widespread hatred and terrorism, he also showed their political power in the worst way. What other movies have ruined a life? Let us know if we missed any in the comments below.
But of course I'm not high class like you, and I never went to any swell school.
That'll be enough, Susan.
Alright. Something. Oh, what should I do? Okay. So we watch. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie, most majority of that was pretty boring. It was not that fun to watch. Their sitcoms got away. Artist Crash Show, Tangents, don't care. Okay, look at this. Okay, we'll do one more video, and then I guess I'll play a little bit of Silk Song. I'll play a little bit of Silk Song because I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow, so I need to knock that out. I just wanted to see this so badly because I want to see what Gundam had to say, because there's a tourist problem that's happening on when it comes to anime community, because I started to realize this more and more, that there's a lot of people who are into anime, but they're not into anime like the ones that have been around for a while. They just get the surface level like shows, and then when they watch anything beyond those, they get shocked by what's there, which shows their tourism in most cases. And then it's not even like they're shocked because they didn't think these shows exist. It's more like they want to just fundamentally change anime for what it is, not knowing that majority of these shows are the staples of what makes anime. But it is what it is. So, let me see. Alright, so let's see.
Until 2020, the first actual anime episode I ever watched was the first episode of No.
Get him out of here.
Are you serious?
Get him out of here!
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
2020 was a horrible year.
that is leading into a garbage decade for many of us. But the worst thing about 2020, besides OnlyFans, was the hoodweeb. This group of people, like all tourists, have little to no respect for what came before they took an interest into the hobby, and they demand that it conforms to their stringent worldviews immediately.
If you told a ninja I watched anime back in 2010, he probably thought you meant shit like
Rubinos
this.
says out here
Insane
everyone
PR,
watches
bro.
anime.
Netflix says 50%
Yeah,
of
no, I'm
global
talking about the
users
Western,
now.
like, tourists. Like, there are people who are just being exposed to it to a degree where they're only watching the stuff that is just mainstream okay, or okayed by, like, the mainstream per se. And when I say mainstream, I'm talking about, like, the Jujutsu Kaisens, the My Hero Academias, the Demon Slayers, the fucking, fuck, what was in our show? The Dans, I guess, to a degree. But, like, anything beyond those gated, mainstream titles that are considered great, the ones that are outside of that are usually seen as some type of problematic problem for Westerners.
Watch anime. I meant shit like this, and I don't care. Go back to your ghettos.
Bitch, go back to Party City where you belong.
Netflix and Western media is so trash, it's no wonder people are watching anime. There is nothing else on. And if we break it down on another level,
Netflix says that 50% of all of the worldwide users now watch anime.
Yep.
150 million.
Rubinos says, what was your starter anime?
My starter anime was like the very
Mike has
old.
said lousy guysing new weebs.
Didn't even know it was anime at the time because I was literally 5 years old. I was born in '94. I started watching Pokemon like around that time, like Pokemon, Digimon. Not 94, but I'm just saying when I was able to like watch TV and cognitively do it. But like Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, all the old stuff that was not even considered mainstream. It was just that Japanese, that Chinese show, as people will refer to as. Like if you was into these shows or talked about these shows, I watched shows from Dragon Ball, Dog Hack Sign, fucking Fooly Cooly, Outlaw Star, Tenchi Muyo, fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, all the ones that is super old and now okay to a degree for the mainstream. Those was the shows that was like, oh, you watch that Chinese shit type stuff, people will say. Or, you know, that you think you're the weirdest thing I've ever heard is you're into that Chinese show. You think you're white. How does me watching a show makes me think I'm white when I'm watching something clearly Asian? Weirdest shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life of living on this planet. All the show Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, Fooly Cooly, fuck, all the Gundam shows, G Gundam, Gundam Wing, fuck, Astro Boy, fucking Hunter x Hunter, Lean Lad, oh my god, I can never say the name right. Paranoia Agent, fucking Animatrix, fuck, what was another one? The High School DxD, all of them.
Rubinos says I haven't finished HXH yet.
Ooh, you
Straight
gotta
up
finish that.
tsunami when it first came out.
Gotta watch that. And we was most kids was put on because of Toonami, because like if you try to watch anime outside of that, it was really hard to get it because you have to get it on VH1 and hope that you even got the right one. And if it's not just in Japanese with no subtitles, you was fucked. If it had subtitles at all, so like that was one of them. Back in the 90s, early 2000s. So if you got a movie of an anime show that was not like on TV, the chances of it being in dub would be probably half and half. And then if it wasn't in dubbed, it was in subbed. God forbid it wasn't not subbed with literal subtitles. He was fucked. So you're just watching this show out of context, not knowing what the fuck is going on, if you could. Let me see. I remember I used to be called Japanation straight up Toonami when it came out, for real. That's a new one.
Viewership has tripled in 5 years.
2020.
80 to 90% watch dub.
You know why they watch anime dub? Because motherfuckers can't read.
Approximately 40% of students in the US cannot read at a basic level.
Yeah, most of them cannot read, but like I would at least admit I'm just lazy. I'm just being honest. Actually, I'm not even just lazy. It's like
The
this,
Ruby Nose says that was how it was.
if I watch a show, if I start on an anime unsubbed, I will not watch it in dubbed. If I start it in dubbed, I will not watch it in subbed. I'm one of those people. Like if I start with you, it's like if I meet you based on the name that I go off with you first, that's the name you're stuck with. So if like for instance like Mike here, I call him Mike or Mikey because like if he was expecting me to call him Karma, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna call him Mike because like I'll try to be as respectful, but like I'm most likely my head is gonna call him Mike. Like I'm just not gonna do it because like it's just the thing I stuck with you with is what you're gonna be stuck with. So if I watch an anime, if I watch My Hero Academia subbed, I'm not watching it dubbed at all. I'm gonna watch it subbed. I had that problem with Blue Exorcist.
Do math.
You know what 33 divided by 3 is?
No. I don't know.
Give me a guess, a number, around what?
33 divided by 3?
Yeah.
I don't know. 5? Nah. I don't know.
Yes.
Number.
Gosh, you're stupid.
Comes between 2 and 4. Beetlejuice.
25. With some reports indicating this number is
The Ruby
even
Nose
higher.
says
This
honestly
includes a
English voice
significant
acting is
portion of
better for a
low-income
majority.
fourth graders, where almost
it's majority
70%
because,
struggle
like I said,
based.
it's either laziness because no one wants to read on the screen when things are happening, especially if the characters are talking and a lot of shit is happening, or there's more than one character talking for comedic effect. That shit's annoying. You have to read up and down and go back and forth.
Victoria AO6 said say hi to me if you can talk.
So, it is what it is.
Mike Kaz said don't think the tourists in Joya would know the struggle of buying a bootleg anime that is probably not subbed right or dubbed like an old kung fu movie.
That or like if they didn't buy a movie VH-wise and it was just they was watching YouTube in the 2005s to 2010s, like 2005 2010, they didn't know the struggle, or most of them did not know the struggle of watching one episode in 5 pieces. So like or 3 to 5 pieces. So if you're like watching Air Gear, you have to watch episode 1/1 out of 3. So you watch the first 5 minutes of like Air Gear 1, and then when Air Gear episode 1/1/3 is done, you go to Air Gear episode 1/2 out of 3, and then 3 out of 3, and then you finish that first episode. Then you have to go watch the second episode, and God forbid they didn't have the full episodes, because you'd be fucking confused by like certain between like an episode or two, because something has happened and you can't really make out what happened because it's Japanese. So batshit crazy things can happen within a couple of minutes or seconds or whatever that can just change the whole aspect or the entire story in that sitting. So yeah, let Victoria say hi. Do me? I think you can, if you can talk. Say hi. Hello, Victoria. I guess. Hello.
Basic reading skills.
Try adults too, my guy. We could talk about the issue localization has caused for anime fans. In America, dealing with progressives drunk on power.
My colleagues around the world have told me about the many examples of censorship in the name of localization. I'm often surprised by them, and I think Japanese people have been slow to acknowledge this issue. However, in recent years, it has become a very important topic for Japan, which aims to be a nation built on content culture. Japanese people also read the messages in the reply section. Please continue to tell us about it. Netflix English localization of One Piece anime changes the term new kama
The Ruby Nose
into
says hold
new
on a sec.
trans.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Go to hell!
I won't dip too deep into this because it's for a later video I'm working on. But imagine a future where anime is as soulless as the MCU.
This is fine.
And it could happen if Western production companies get their hands too far into the anime scene.
We as a society should be allowed to stone people for having interest in owning a statue of a teenage girl in nothing but her underwear, because no way in hell was this made without the intention of marketing towards horny weirdos. This is my favorite hate response from yesterday. I checked his profile, and he's a furry who posts furry porn. If stoning horny
I told
weirdos
you!
becomes legal,
I told... What did I say? Bro!
by
Bro,
using commands
the
like
people who
support.
complain is usually the furries. They're usually some degenerate individual 9 times out of 10. The irony in this, the people who complain are usually straight up more degenerate than they're complaining about. It's fucking weird. It is the most weirdest shit I ever seen. You notice that every time when they complain about like some form of sexualization of some character, usually referring to female. If you look in their fucking profile, there's some fucking flag running furry. It's always a flag and then there's a furry. Art.
The Ruby Nose says, what are furries?
How can I explain that? I want to explain that, but I feel like it'll be offensive. So I suggest you just take that term and just put it on YouTube. I mean, on Google, it'll tell you. But yeah, it's always a fucking furry.
This dog is the first to be getting hit.
He ain't lying.
You own this, you need to be locked up. You ever put something like this in your cart, you need to be locked up. If you see this and don't see a problem with it, you should probably seek some help. Now, I understand this has always been a thing in the anime community, but at some point we have to draw a line somewhere. Y'all try to say I was the problem when I said people who buy the half-naked free run stuff.
Why the fuck did you get into a hobby and then start trying to chastise it? Take your ass home. Who invited you? Look out, the Hoodweave says you need to do hard time for an anime figure. But his Uncle June gotta go.
The Hoodweave said you have to go into a hard time. Fuck out of here. No, I want to hear you. He's right. You're a Hoodweave. Get the fuck up out of here. You have more to speak.
Mike has said don't try to preach from a glass balcony across from a pile of bricks.
Right? That shit's stupid. You're a Hoodweave. No one wants to hear your shit. Let's just be honest with you. Because, like, if you have a problem with anime and that, don't listen to rap music. Don't listen to rap music. Especially the shit they say. Some of them say some insane shit. Not just the typical, oh, I do this, I do that, I get money. No, some of them say some insane shit. And they're not like underground individuals. They're usually your favorite rapper 9 times, your mainstream rapper. Especially their old shit. Listen to their old shit. You like, hey, come on, bro. You can't play one game and not do the other. You can come on. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
GoFundMe for legal funds.
Cold take, but it's so weird how new anime fans obsess so much over fictional characters' ages. I remember back in the day, everyone loved Asuka, Yoko, etc., and no one cared about their canon ages because they're not real. Their design is just hot. Lore is irrelevant.
Like, that's just a problem. People don't have lives anymore. They're constantly online, and they realize being a victim of virtue signaling is the best way to get noticed.
Oh, look how bad this is. Look, he's bad. Look, see, he's terrible. I'm putting him out. He's a monster. Look, I'm a hero. Look.
Anyway, remember when Twitter discovered Berserk over and over and over again and wished Kentaro Miura would burn in hell? It tweaked my mind to levels that we're not getting into. I was so burnt out I didn't even do a second video on it. You see, these people who have done nothing with their lives that will be remembered even by family members feel that they are the moral authority of art and storytelling. Oh my god. I'm not going to say the things I want to say about these absolute genetic deficient.
He's not funny at all.
We are in an unfortunate era of anti-writer, where writing and exploring darker themes and subplots automatically makes a series well written, even if it's purely fetishistic and borderline offensive, due to the fact that these themes are handled with zero care or nuance.
What do you know? What have you written? Nobody's gonna remember you in 20, 30 years. Kentaro Miura? Pff, eternal. You wanna know what is anti-writer for me? Trans people making everything trans. How do you like them apples, huh? And they handle it with zero care or nuance.
Stop him!
People sitting there on Twitter trying to say Silk Song was transcoded. I don't know how in God's name you get it from little bugs.
It doesn't make any sense. Any sense.
You see, it's just wild to me. The generation that thinks sexuality is cringe and everything is sus, becoming interested in a hobby that admittedly lives on fan service.
Right? Dude did that yesterday, right? Remember that? Dude did not like the art I was doing for a company. I'm getting paid sponsored wise for this company to show off their pens. They agreed on what it was that we was doing, and they said it was perfectly fine. Sex sells is perfectly fine. It's not obscene. It's just a person in their bikini. It's for the summer.
Mike has said, you know what's funny? The same ones that say the stuff about anime are the same ones that brag about watching Game of Thrones.
Correct. Correct. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Dude did that yesterday, bro. Bro did not like the artwork I did last week, and he came back to see I was drawing anything else. But he really was under the impression that I was a degenerate. So if I was a degenerate, why are you expecting me to draw anything different? It makes no sense. So that means you was probably looking for something more. And you know what's funny? When I was drawing Broly at the time, Bro said, this is normal. Oh, so a shortless Broly is perfectly fine.
Mike has said I read it before the show.
That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. Bro said that the drawing I was doing of Broly in his swim trunks is perfectly fine. But when I was drawing what's her face from I think it was from X-Men from last week, Bro had got tilted and got upset that I was drawing Rogue in a swimsuit playing volleyball. Spiking a ball upwards. Make it make sense. Bro has a problem with me drawing Rogue playing volleyball spiking a ball. It's not even that obscene. It's like she's literally trying to hit the ball up. But he sees Broly in his glistening self and his abs. And he said, this is normal. That is fucking weird. So that already knows he's probably a furry for all I know. He's probably a furry too. I'm pretty sure he has a bunch of like buff lion furry tigers somewhere in his closet with his pillow.
Is peak cognitive dissonance.
Some fans of harem anime will defend shows like High School DxD and To Love Ru, but nobody should be watching them.
What? I didn't even know they existed. But now that you say it's bad, I'm gonna watch it on principle. So any anime with attractive women, especially women after one guy, it's gooner bait material, right? Well,
Sugoi! Leave my anime waifus alone! Unleash the grippers, you filthy casuals! I refuse to be censored by Puritans! I'm scratching the living hell out of my leg. Oh, I wish that were me. I'd squeeze her ass like it had the cure to cancer in it. It was just gonna spray out all over me. Oh, man, you get arthritis going this hard.
why don't you tell me how solo leveling is peak animation, you filthy animal? And don't even get me started on race-swapping character trends on Twitter. Why, who knows? It's the lamest shit on the planet that's led to endless hours of infighting among people who can only speculate what sunshine looks like.
I'm Japanese, so I'll use translation. But why is it that you guys get mad at me for calling thick lips and ropey hair a stereotype? But when you blackwash, you paint with the stereotype. Please don't tarnish Japanese art. There are still many races who say that changing the race of the Japanese character is not discrimination. And as you can see from the quote, they casually say it's great art because it's not Japanese. If you point this out, you can call the racist. Their IQ is so low, they can't even understand what discrimination is. Seki Meikyu D Harem, Volume 7.
I'm at the point where I think majority of most Westerners, especially young people, do not know definitions of words. Or concepts. I'm coming to that conclusion to a degree. I don't think majority of them know certain words, terms, or like concepts are. I think they just hear it from someone that they know, and hear it from their friends or family who use it incorrectly, and then because they don't put the time to like look it up at all, which is funny because they have the phone Once everything connects back, I'll finish this and then turn off the internet. I'm just getting tired of this.
Talk about men you look at, you know, someone came up on them in a dark alley, they wouldn't even fight. They're just like, here's my cell phone, here's my wallet, here's my jewelry. Don't hurt me, please.
I warned you, Susan.
Someone should help that lady.
A fan of Eromanga Sensei, but this is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this video. I'm gonna turn off the internet.
Well, I mean, Garn should be used to that by now, right?
I'm okay not seeing the figure, you know?
You sure?
There's like a child's playmat there. What the
Yeah, I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out, don't worry.
is that?
I think it's...
He's gay!
You dudes should be hanging out with Darkside Phil.
And this one has no clothes on, apparently. What the hell is she wearing?
This is going nowhere.
You can definitely tell this is from a different era of gaming.
Nope, I'm not watching. It's too estrogen coded. I can't take it. I literally cannot take it. I am not in the mood for gay shit today.
How do you spend more than a decade in the anime sphere and still this much of an insufferable moral?
Dude, the wrong people are famous in the anime community, bro. But the algo is designed that way. It rewards you for being fake, lame, and gay. You want someone to talk about anime figures with passion? It's my boy Zuko.
God craves punishment, an Anubis-styled figure. Love the headpiece, love the ears. Outfit's non-existent, has the golden thong though. And join a peach. Must be very tasty. You have my attention.
This dude is underrated. His evident passion for Japanese figure collection and anime is infectious and shines through every video he creates. I don't even collect these things, but seeing this guy passionate about a hobby, though different from my own, is great because I can relate on some level. Rather than some rich jackasses pretending like this shit makes you a for even looking at it.
No, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Keep doing you, Zoko, you magnificent bastard. Anyway, I gotta go change the oil on my motorcycle, so let's speed this up. I want to go outside where everybody's semi-normal. On Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, some new dumb shit was making the rounds. The anime men. They are popular for shorts and TikToks, where people with the attention span of fleas thrive. This was hoodweeb to the 9th power.
I'm sorry. I ever complain about neckbeards. I take them over these soulless husks any day.
Bro, I hear you.
Guys, I'm sorry. No. Guys, it only gets worse. It only gets worse every single time. I don't know what I'm watching. I'm getting scared. Look at this. It's about like this high school girl, bro. She gets charmed up by this like dude.
Bro's a bitch, yo. What the fuck? What is this performative shit?
This dude definitely is older, bro.
This dude literally looks like he's 35 with 4 kids.
Yeah, dude, this girl just started high school, bro. No.
Look, that's me and Kate right there. All the huzz are looking for us. Look at this.
They're just very pretty guys, but they were
very
just girls.
pretty guys.
So I just don't understand what the concept was, and
I've got to watch, dear brother.
And underestimate.
Alright, after watching that, there was this episode of Invader Zim, it reminds me of, called Plague Babies. It was like I was being hit with the deadly waves of stupidness. Remember what I said about 2020 being a bad year? That was when normies like these guys figured out anime existed and they decided to watch. Thanks a lot, China.
finally, Death Note is so beat. I was saying with him, Death Note, I used to hate anime my whole entire life. Until 2020, the first actual anime episode I ever watched was the first.
How do you hate something you don't fucking watch? How do you hate something you don't know what it is? That's like saying I hate, I don't know. Fucking, what do you call it? Astrophysics. I don't know nothing about astrophysics, but I hate it. That's like saying I hate scallops, but never had it. How do you hate something you never have no experience in it? That is the most dumbest take. I think that's the most dumbest thing that Westerners say. That is the most dumbest shit you can ever say. And it's like a childish teenage response too. Like they'll say, I hate that person. Why? I don't know, I just hate them. Saying that is mental illness at its finest. I'm dead serious. That is mental illness. That's a clear sign of it. You can't hate something you have no absolute notion about in the slightest.
First episode of Death Note, it was so good. Absolute masterclass, masterpiece. 3, 2, 1. S tier!
Gay shit. Something tells me he probably still hates anime for whatever reason. He's just using it as a board to run up and get views. Because he picks Death Note of all things, the first thing to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Death Note is entertaining but yet boring at the same time. It's mainly talking. There's a lot of talking. If you're not paying attention, you're gonna be lost. And I think, you know what? Forget it.
My guy, I can't take this timeline. Anyway, they put out a tier list of the most retarded takes on the planet when it comes to anime. If you can't even pick decent anime and put them on a tiers list, you shouldn't be in charge of even wiping your own ass, bro. Let's see, Berserk being S tier, I'll admit that's base. But if they read the manga, I guarantee you these guys would trash it and say it was problematic. Attack on Titan, S tier? No. Maybe A at best or B. You can get mad at me if you want. Jujutsu Kaisen, kinda based. You know, Gundam being C tier is retarded. Evangelion at C tier. Bro, tell me you know nothing about mecha anime without telling me you know nothing. Detective Conan in C tier. One Punch Man. But
Hello.
Death Note is S tier for you?
Hello,
bro, you
girl.
guys are animal. Yo, wait,
Hey, is that my girl?
wait.
Let's say the girl.
Cowboy Bebop is in S
Hello.
tier. Am I looking at this right? Am I looking at this right? I want to headbutt this dude in the face. Cowboy Bebop is in S tier, but Death Note is. Okay. Wait, what? Solo Leveling is above Dragon Ball.
Dick off! Dick off into a salad spinner and eat yourself bottom first, you feeble Disney remake.
Gurren Lagann is over Gundam and Evangelion.
You get the hell out!
What's wrong with you? I'm not watching this video.
Mike has said I like that puppet scumption.
Because I will crash out for an hour straight.
First, don't get mad at me. I love Evangelion. That first episode is not that strong.
I only have one thing to say about Evangelion, and that's Misato. I can't lie, the best part about the episode is holy gyat, bro. Is her name Misato? She's so bad, bro. The rest of the episode feels too much of a blur and doesn't really set up anything until the end, and it doesn't really get anything done. Without Misato, this would be lower, but it is going in the C tier.
I've never been that guy, but we probably should have gate kept harder.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah,
people should have
should've.
listened to me when I talked about
said the same
gatekeeping.
thing.
You
Should've
kick
did
these
that.
people out. Haven't you
Yep.
seen what's happening in England? Anime is being treated like England, dog. We're just letting in these anime migrants. People, they have like 4 million subscribers. What is with this generation? Straight up, it seems like they are in love with getting their opinions and takes from dirty-looking white dudes that look like they've never washed themselves. I will not take an opinion from a disheveled, greasy-looking on anything. And if you do, that's a fire on you, as Judy Garland would say. Dude, I'm ready to stop this video. No more. I see why they got hate on Twitter. They get what they deserve. They have no respect or idea of the meaning of these older classics that paved the way for the shit we have now. Goku walked so Solo Leveling could run, you filthy bitch.
This straight up might be the single worst anti-tuber video of all time. One of the biggest proofs that 99% of gimmick pages and skit creators are just trend-riding parasite. How the f do they place DBZ below Solo Leveling? We've been calling out this exact tourism for the past few years, but we're dismissed as gooners. Now the space is invaded by people who call classics unwatchable because they can only watch modern flashy slop like mid-leveling.
Yep, that's what happens. People come in to your hobby and they ruin it every single time.
No way he says that about Astro Boy. He needs to delete his account effective immediately. F tier, really? That's unforgivable. They don't know good anime shows if they bit them in the half end. Just because it's old? Sure, preference aside, but it's not F tier. I resent that.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
In this world, you must pick a side. The anime man or the anime men.
Then I choose myself. The anime space clearly needs my hateful ass at the door trying to keep people out. And if you're bothered by this, remember, I'd be one of the men that would hold the gate, not open it up and say, come on in and stab
Yep,
a white bitch.
he's not wrong. I would probably do the same.
Driver die!
I'll probably do the same. All right, guys, I'm gonna go play Silk Song. I'll be right back. I'm gonna restart the stream and everything. I'm gonna restart the router because it's been doing this shit where it keeps dropping my internet. Don't know why, because I have very good internet, so that shit's pissing me off. So I may have to talk to my internet provider about that. Anyway, so with that said, I'll be right back. See you guys in a bit. Later, guys. See you guys in like 5 to 10 minutes.